Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Today things are a little different here, as you can see. I am adjusting the lights. So today we are with the lights on and I have my lamp over here, so I think that this is better now. Okay? Anyways, I still need a microphone. I'm using my cell phone, but I believe that in the end of this month we will have a new device to record and it will improve the quality of the videos. So let's go to the subject of the video. Today I was looking at the Epstein case and it was something interesting for me, it catched my attention. Okay, so I was thinking about the way everything happened, and there was a lot of videos popping up in my feed today. I don't know if it was because of if they released some other new documents, or if that if this is in hype again. I really don't know what happened, but I was very interested in talking about that in a spiritual and mental and psychological way, because when I look at Epstein history, I see that he's this guy that got everything he could imagine. He got in a point where I think everything he saw and he desired, he could get, you know. So it could be a car, a yacht, a mansion, a house, an island, and the last of all, people. If he wanted to get a person, he could get it. If he wanted to get a children, he could get it. A child, children is in more than one, I think. Sorry. So you guys understand. And I was thinking a lot about it because his life became an immoral. I don't know what I can say about that, but an endless search for pleasure, because he already had everything, all the money, all the material things, and now he's searching for his deep desires, his sexual desires. And when we see the documents, we see a lot of things, really disturbing things, like he had a collection of photos in the poses that he wanted. And we also have this biological thing that the scientist was doing and talking with him. So he really got very deep in all those things because he was endless searching for his pleasure, to achieve this pleasure. And that was catching my attention because we can go in the same way that he did. Not that we have like a private island, or a mansion, or a place that we will do rituals and all those orgy and things. But I'm talking about this endless search to fulfill our pleasure, because that's not very far from us if we think about it. Because think with me, how many men actually have to deal with the adult content? Okay, so a lot of men, they are addicted to adult content. And when we see the story of those people, and I can say by me, because I had this addiction mostly when I was a teenager, when I every day I got to a point when every day I had to watch some content and masturbate and all those things. So I was very addicted in this thing. And when we see the research and things like that, we can we can see very clearly that a lot of men, they are in this situation. I could say for sure that more than the half of the men, probably more than three, like I think more than 70% of men, that they have this problem with adult content. And what I'm saying about that is because the way the adult content works is very similar to what was happening with Epstein. He was searching for pleasure and pleasure, and he never got to a point where he could say, okay, I'm satisfied here. No. And that is what happened when a person is addicted in adult content, for example. Because in the first moment you start seeing some neutral things, some green flag, we could say, like content. Not very, not like the videos aren't very strange. I could say they are normal things, like a normal relation. I don't know. But the times passes by, and inevitable you will go deep in this, and you will start accessing some real deep things, sometimes probably disturbing. I remember there was a time I used Reddit, and I would see those I don't know if they are subs, I don't know how we call that, the communities. And there was some community that people talked about the not the content in itself, but things that they did, or they do. Like, I will give an example. I remember a guy that he spent more than 6 hours inside a room doing what people call edging. That is the fact that you basically masturbate yourself, or you be at this state of arousal without end it with the orgasm or things like that. So that was something that really hit me. And like, it's so, there's no explanation for that. A person that gets to that point, she's for sure addicted to it, because rationally you don't do that, like 6 hours of your day doing it. That doesn't make sense. And yeah, I would like to try, what I like to bring for us today is for us to reflect about this, because the reality that Epstein lived was something very far from the majority of us, in the sense of the all the money, all the power that was involved. But we can be poor and do the same thing that he did, not like buy people and things like that, but maybe see people as objects. That is what happens in the adult content world. And the root that I try to show us is that thing of the endless search for pleasure. Because what I had learned these last years and months is that the suffering and the pain is something that we need to live. It's not something that is meant to kill us. To be honest, what I'm seeing is that a life fulfilled with pleasure is more capable to kill us than a life with pain, because the life with pleasure, she it kills our soul, you know. A life of pain, it can leave scars in your body, it can be something that hurt your body and maybe hurt your soul too, but it usually are a suffering of don't have what you want. There's a book that the 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 writer says that suffering is don't have what you want, or want to or wanting to have what you don't have. So in general, our suffering, they are something very illusional. They are something that we think we want, but in the majority of times, it isn't what we need. But the suffering that we get with the pleasure is very different, because it's something that will go into your soul and will hurt your soul. And is the I could say that this is the most dangerous thing, because that's not something that you can see. That is not something that you can feel in your body, but it will resonate in, in your soul and then in your body. But the real worst part is that you killing your soul. You are killing the most important thing that you have in your life, and that will affect every other things of your life, not only you. It will affect the things you do, it will affect the people you you relate, you have a relationship with. Anyways, and in the final of everything, what you see is that you become you become a parasite. I don't know how is the pronunciation. Parasite. Because everything you do is hurt people, is use people as they are something, as they are like an object, you know. So I really would like to bring this for our reflection. I don't remember if I said about that. This year I cut it off my socials, games, and everything that is hurting my soul, I could say, that is keeping me addicted. And I want to bring this for you guys. Look, look at your lives and see if there's some pleasure that is driving your purpose, that you are addicted, and get rid of it, because it will kill your soul a bit by bit, you know. And what I am seeing in society right now is that everything is working to keep us unconscious of our own lives. And my objective here with this video and with this channel is to bring us back this consciousness thing. It's not I'm not kidding, guys, you know. It's something very important, it's something very deep for us to not be carried by the system and be like robots looking through Instagram, TikTok, like what we are doing with our lives. We could be doing things better. We could be helping people. We could be encouraging someone. We could be like doing videos and explaining things, or try to explain. I don't know, but looking at videos, so short videos all day, looking at adult content. Guys, I hope that the video says to you what it have to say, what it has to say.